The first mistake was thinking that I was weak. Living at your home in your 20s. Now, a lot of people, some people will call you like a snowflake. Oh, you're really easily emotionally charged. You're a snowflake. You live at your parents' house. So basically that makes you a snowflake. But a lot of people don't know. The secret is I'm not living in my parents' home the rest of my life. People think that I'm going to never move out because I did move out. I did move out to Philadelphia, and it was terrible. It was horrific. There were rats, mice, cockroaches running around, and I think I was paying $900 a month for that apartment. So I was paying some money, but the thing is, like, am I going to pay $900 a month just to have cockroaches or mice or fucking rats running around the sides of cars? You know, is that going to be my life? Is it, like, am I going to live around the mice colony? And I know also New York City has this problem with the mice and rats too, but you know, see, the thing is, my grandparents get worried. My grandparents like hear me having like, either whether I have a good job or no job at all because my boss hates me and fires me. My grandparents get really worried. They're like, "Wait, why is he 25 years old living at his parents' house? Like, why is he, 25? Wait, hold up 1 second. He's 25 years old and living in his mom's basement. Like, this is kind of weird. Like, this is not like when I was a youngin'. I moved out of my parents' house when I was 16 years old, found my job, and pulled myself up from the bootstraps. But they, the worrisome. See, my grandparents get worried. I get worried. I get worried when my grandparents get worried. And it's something that we should be worried about. We should be worried about that we live in this capitalistic economy where your, for say, grandparents are super worried whether you live in your parents' house or not. But the thing is with that is that they bought their house for like $500. They bought their house for $500, and they didn't see. The thing is, they don't understand a house costs $500,000 to $1 million now. A house doesn't cost like that little anymore. It costs a lot more. But so Cameo, link is in the bio. You can video respond to me or message me, and it's awesome because I get to connect with the community. The link is in the bio. So the link is in the bio for my Cameo. I can do like birthdays or anything you want, and I usually respond every single day. Video replies or messages back to you guys. And it's awesome. So, but people like to hate easily. I like when my grandparents get worried that I'm like, you know, don't have a job, or whether I have a job or not live out my job and I don't have my own apartment. I understand where other people will hate and my grandparents will get worried, and my mom and dad, if you did have a mom and dad, will be like kind of curious. So it's funny. We live in this reality where our grandparents are worried, our mom and dad are curious, and are like, if you're trying to date a woman, they hate you. They basically hate your guts for living in your mom's basement. You're like, how are you ever going to start a family? How is this ever going to take off? Um, so one of the reasons that I live at home is that I save money for bills. I save an extra $1,500 a month, which equals to like $15,000 a year, I think, something like that. You save a considerable amount of money. Imagine if you save that for 10 years. That's $125,000. Imagine over 30 years. That's like $300,000. That's like the price of a house. So you got to keep that in mind, that whether women want to date you or not for living in your parents' house, who's going to have the last laugh last? So, see, I'm not going to be pissed off and infuriated that I, frankly, can't get ahead in life. I mean, I can be pissed off and furious all I want. Like, I get like, I get super angry that my life ended up like this. But I didn't choose to be poor. You know, at the end of the day, I didn't choose to be poor. I didn't choose any all the stuff that's happening to me. It just happened, and it happened because the economy is upside down. Or I wouldn't say the economy is imploding, but it's kind of getting pretty close to imploding. Like, imagine like a bomb going off. That's pretty much like the economy right now, or like nuclear explosion where people getting paid $15 an hour. Even if you have $20 worth of hour of skills, it's still hard to get ahead, which is crazy because even if you're being paid 20, 25 bucks an hour, it doesn't get you that far. You know, it shouldn't be like this, but you know, we gotta press on from all this shit that's going on. We can't let someone that's trying to date you have this huge checklist of stuff. Whether like, hey, I won't date this person for this reason, I won't date that person for that reason. Who cares what the reason is? It just they can have their checklists in life, whether it's man or woman, have these checklists, but it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter these checklists because at the end of the day, it's my life. And whether I live in my parents' basement or not, it's none of their, is frank of words, it's none of their fucking business whether I live in my parents' basement or not. So that's just what it is. But also, I have exclusive content in my Patreon, just like my Cameo. The link is in the bio. Check it out for a small subscription a month. So, what I've been doing is working on myself. I've been working on myself every single day, whether that's working out, riding a bike, or practicing my driving. Like, there's so many things you can work on yourself. Read the book, hang out with friends. I know that COVID started this entire society where they don't want you to go outside, wear a mask all day long, and frank of words, it becomes I wouldn't say a living hell, but pretty close to it. If you're um, working on yourself, people think they have a clue what's going on in your life when you're working on yourself, and they don't. They don't know my life, and nor will they understand my life, whether they understand or not. It's my life, and it's not their life to judge. And whether they want to judge me or not, so what? So what if they want to judge me for saving money where I need to save money because the economy is upside down and about to implode, and it's somehow my fault that all this stuff's going on at the same time, and I'm expected to start a family and own a house and all this stuff, which is super unrealistic in this world. So you can have all these dreams that turn into living nightmares. So you have these dreams that literally turn into living nightmares. And I mean, why don't I get an apartment with my savings? I mean, that's a great question. Ask Dr. Seuss the same question. You know, ask Dr. Seuss the same question. Why don't I get an apartment if I have savings? Because I need money in life, you know? Would I rather have $100,000 in the bank and live in an apartment after the fact of living in my parents' house? Or would I have no money and live in an apartment, a shitty rundown apartment in the hood, like I lived in Philadelphia, where there's mice and rats running around and criminals running around the street? So do you think I want to live that life? Or do I want to save $100,000 or whatever I do to get out of this goddamn situation so it doesn't happen again? You choose what happens, because it doesn't matter, does it? Doesn't matter if I'm saving money. This is my life. It's not other people's life to judge. You know, at least that's what I think. There's too much judgment in this world. People judge way too easily, have huge checklists like your boss of stuff they want done, and they don't pay you barely peanuts. It's crazy out here, you know? That's what I think. But on YouTube, share and subscribe because it really helps me out a lot. Like I said, the Cameo Patreon, the YouTube, like share the video and get more people to subscribe helps me out because I need to fund this mission and have money in life, you know? And it helps. Thanks for watching. Thanks.